Hello, welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. This channel is all about helping you to learn how to do things yourself around the house to save you money. That's what this channel is all about. And today, we're going to be showing you how to replace the lock set on an exterior door. Have you ever gone up to your door and you go to open it and the doorknob just comes off like that? If that happens, you need to replace your lock set. There are also other reasons for, a lot of different reasons that you may want to replace your locks. But in most cases, locks like this on an exterior door, there's only 4 screws. In most cases, the only tool you need is a Phillips screwdriver. I like a screwdriver with a long shank, but it doesn't have to be. But that's basically, in most cases, the only tool you need. And we're going to show you now how to replace this lock set. Okay, we've opened up our box, and like I said, this is the Kwikset, and it has a Smartkey Security. I like these. It's personal preference whether you get the Smartkey Security or not. But basically, this is the key, or the lock set. If you can see that little hole right there, there's a tool that comes with this. It's in this package. You can use that tool and rekey the lock. So I like these. I've got a few rental houses, and if your rentor moves out, someone else moves in, you want to change the locks. And these can easily be changed just in a matter of minutes. You just need a different key where it's cut differently. You can insert that little pin in here, and if you follow the directions, you can rekey this lock to a different key. It's also nice if you've got multiple houses. You can have them all have the same key. Make it easier. You don't have to carry as many keys around. Some people have older houses, and we've got Izzy here in the background. She likes to help us out. If your house has multiple exterior doors with different keys, you can go with the Kwikset Smartkey Security, and you can key all your locks the same. That's a nice feature of those. But anyway, it comes with the complete lock set here. This is the plunger that goes in the door, that goes into the striker plate into the door frame. Comes with 2 keys. Comes with a new striker plate, mounting screws, and of course the little tool for rekeying the lock, and instructions. And if you've never installed a lock set like this, I would strongly recommend you read over the instructions maybe a couple of times before you start. It's not real difficult to do, but sometimes the exact way you turn something, it can look like it's going in right, but if it's not turned just the right way, it doesn't work well. So anyway, that's what's in the box. Now we're going to take our old one out and start installing this one. Now, to get started, on the inside of your door, generally there's 2 screws, one here and one over here. So I'm going to take those 2 screws out to start with. They're generally pretty long, so it might take you a little bit to get them out. Now I've got my 2 screws out now. Now normally your doorknob won't fall off, but ours does. Go ahead and take the inside part off. It should just pull out like that. And you can take this off, just get it out of your way. And then on the latch part, some people call this a plunger or latch. There's 2 screws here on the edge of the door. Just take those 2 screws out right quick. Now, you could have gone ahead and taken the outside doorknob off first. It doesn't really matter, but the outside doorknob just pulls straight out like that. And then this part pulls out like this. And that's all your parts that come out of the door. Basically, you got 3 parts and 4 screws. That's all there is to this. Now, to get started, you install your latch first. Some people call it a plunger. See how this is tapered? Make sure the tapered part goes toward the door frame. If you turn it this way, the door frame will hit that and it won't open properly. It's got to be turned this way, where the beveled part goes toward the door frame. Slide it in. Go ahead and put your screws in. But at this point, don't tighten those screws up. Just put them most of the way in, but not quite all the way. You can see that can still wiggle a little bit, not much, but a little bit. Because when you start installing your lock set, you install this part from the outside first. Sometimes you need to wiggle this a little bit to get it through there. And on this particular style, if you see this part here, this larger and rounded, that part goes toward the edge of the door here. So, and you got your 2 screws are already installed, okay? And they're pre-inserted to an average door depth or thickness. But anyway, you insert that through there. You may have to push the plunger in to get it to go all the way in. Sometimes you have to wiggle it a little bit. Like that. Now the outside part is all the way in. Now the inside part of the doorknob on this particular style, if you look at the outside ring, hope you can see this, it will pivot. Okay, and it's spring loaded back to its home position. But what you do is, again, you look on the inside for where that large rounded part is that fits this part. You put it on that way. And then the way this ring here will turn, you turn it this way, push it in, and then turn it back. And that puts those 2 screws that come in from the other side in position. Then all you got to do is tighten these down a little bit. And there you go. Now what will happen a lot of times, or sometimes anyway, when you put this together, you turn the doorknob, the little plunger won't go in and out. And the reason for that is sometimes when you put these parts together, they want to bind. If they do, I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down because we're about finished here. And don't tighten them up real tight, just snug them up good. If you tighten them too tight, you can strip the screw threads in there that's in the door, and then your screws won't stay in. But once you get everything tight, and my doorknob's still not real good and tight, okay, just make sure it works good. And at that point it does, everything's tight. We lock the door, you can't open it from the outside. You unlock it, everything works just fine. So that's it for installing the exterior door set on your house. And if you find this video useful, please click like and share it with your friends. And thank you for visiting Do It Yourself with Wayne, and we hope you have a great day.
Sweetie, you didn't